Welcome to Meals Americana. I'm Michael Andrew, and today I'm going to show you how to dice an onion properly and without all the painful tears. So there's two things when you're working with raw onion that you should always do. Number one, breathe through your mouth. That's going to cut back on the tears. And number two, always use a really sharp knife. So if you don't have one of these in your kitchen, you might pick one up. It's a handheld knife sharpener. They work great, they're easy to use, and best of all, they're really cheap. Just make sure that after each sharpening you wipe down your knife's blade so that metal shavings don't get into your food. So the first thing that I'm going to do in my onion dicing is to try to remove some of the outer skin. I'm going to roll the onion in my hand to see what will come off. If it doesn't come off, like in this case, it's not a big deal because I know I can get to it in just a moment. Alright, having done that, I want to slice off the root end of the onion, but with a very shallow slice. And the reason I'm going to use a shallow slice is because this root end of the onion will help hold it together during this task. Then I'm going to do the same with the top of the onion with a little bit thicker slice. And then placing the onion on its top, I'm going to cut down through the center of the root. Now at this point in time, I can use my hands or my knife blade. I prefer to use the knife blade to gently remove the remainder of the skin or any rotten layers of the onion that you don't want to eat. So I'm going to place the onion on the cutting board on its flat side with the root end facing away from me. And I'm going to make horizontal cuts through it about 1/4 inch apart using my fingertips curled under, don't cut yourself, as a guide. Vertical slices about 1/4 inch apart, just like this. And I'm not going to cut all the way through the rear end or the root end of the onion because I want for the onion to be able to splay out like so. Once again, held together by the root. Now I'm going to do the same on the horizontal. This is the dangerous part of the skill, so again, watch your fingertips. Use the knife blade in a sawing fashion, back and forth, with just a little bit of pressure on it, and take your time here. Again, don't cut all the way through the onion, and you'll see why in just a moment. This last cut can be a little bit tricky, so just be careful. Now, to finish the dice, I'm going to slice through the onion like so, crosswise, until I've completed my dice. So as you can see, I now have a dice of onion, and I'm going to use the back side of my chef's blade to simply scoop it into my prep bowl. Just like so, it's that simple. And then with this remaining root end of the onion, so as to not waste, I'm simply going to give it a little dice, scoop it into the bowl, and we're done. Practice it a couple times and you'll be a pro. Thanks for joining.